PewDiePie, you Nazi motherfucker. The patriarchy's coming for you. Not really, though, actually. I'm kind of here to defend PewDiePie, which is weird for me because I really don't like his content. I know a lot of the YouTube community kind of ignores him now because they don't like his content. Now, I'm not talking shit about the guy. I actually think he's a cool guy. He seems like a nice dude, Felix, when I saw him on H3's podcast, and he seems to help out other YouTubers. Um, I know a lot of people don't like him, but I mean, the dude has 53 million subscribers. I know a lot of people say that he got it all because his mother paid for the advertising, but I don't think you could pay for enough advertising to get 53 million subscribers on YouTube. And they also said that he used his girlfriend to get popular, but once again, I don't think that would result in as many followers. I think the guy just tapped into the niche of playing games online and found a broad appeal with kids and shit. I think he was just kind of like a early in that whole field of YouTube, and he capitalized on it. But Disney has cut ties with him because of his anti-Semitic videos and the Nazi controversy. And I'm going to look at a few articles here and cover this. So this is from Deadline.com, which is a really good site for like Hollywood news and stuff. They have some of the best sources out there. A day after Disney's Maker Studios severed ties with PewDiePie, after anti-Semitic jokes surfaced in videos posted on his YouTube channel, the streaming service has also distanced itself from Kjellberg. Is his name Kjellberg? Kjellberg? I don't know how to say PewDiePie's name, actually. I'm going to say Kjellberg, I guess. Kjellberg. In a statement Tuesday morning, YouTube said it has canceled the release of Scare PewDiePie Season 2 and is removing the PewDiePie channel from Google Preferred. So not only are they ending his show, they're taking him off Google Preferred. They're pretty much cutting ties with him and like putting him out there in the mainstream. Disney's Maker Studios have severed ties with YouTuber PewDiePie. In one of his videos, which have been removed from the site, two men were seen laughing and holding a banner that read "Death to all Jews," according to a report. PewDiePie has posted 9 videos that included anti-Semitic jokes or Nazi imagery. Although Felix has created a following by being provocative and irreverent, he clearly went too far in this case, and the resulting videos are inappropriate, according to a statement from Maker Studios. Kjellberg online channel, which has nearly 14.7 billion views, earned him multi-million-dollar deals with YouTube and Disney. Yeah, I think he makes like 10 mil a year, PewDiePie. This isn't his first time he's been involved with controversy. His Twitter was suspended briefly last year over concerns that his profile was hacked. He also threatened to delete his YouTube channel once it reached 50 million subscribers, though he never deleted and said that it was just a joke. He actually did delete a channel, though, so it wasn't a total lie. Jellyberg took to Tumblr to clarify the videos with the two men holding the "Death to all Jews" signs, writing that the clips were made to show how crazy the modern world is, specifically some of the servers available online. He added that he is no way supporting any kind of hateful attitudes and that he makes videos for his audience. Yeah, basically went to a site where you could pay people to do stuff, and he put up all these crazy things to see if people would do it, and then these two guys actually went out and held up like "Death to all Jews" signs and got the money, and it freaked him out. But he did that as a joke. And, yeah, I think there's a video where he dresses up as a Nazi or something and watches Hitler videos. But once again, like, Disney's a private company. They can do whatever they want. I don't care if they don't want to work with PewDiePie, you know. I don't care if he makes any money. The guy doesn't need any more money. But at the same time, it's kind of funny considering Walt Disney's history. But that, you know, Walt Disney's dead, so that's irrelevant. But it's kind of funny that, I don't know, where's the limit with this kind of stuff? It's like, okay, well, you know they were jokes. You know there was context with the jokes, and they may have been insensitive. But, God, that is YouTube. It's this weird thing now where, like, the left is so scared of Nazis specifically and anti-Semitism and fascism and all these things that if even you joke about it, like we do with Pepe memes, a lot of us, it just blows up and everyone goes fucking crazy. And I wonder how much of this was motivated by that. Like, if he had made jokes that were this insensitive in a different way about different groups and it hadn't been so specific, I don't know if Disney would have said anything. Also, was any of the audience who was watching PewDiePie going to give a fuck if he did videos with anti-Semitic jokes? I mean, you should be able to joke about anything. I'm not saying Disney doesn't have the right to do what they do, but this seems a little reactionary. Why did they do this? Like, I mean, if they didn't want to work with him because he wasn't making them enough money, that'd be fine, but I'm assuming they were making money with him. So who gives a fuck? I mean, Mel Gibson's got his Best Director nomination now and going to the Oscars again, so why does Disney care? I think the content that I create is entertainment and not a place for any serious political commentary. Continued. I know my audience understands that, and that is why they come to my channel. Though this was not my intentions, I understand these jokes were ultimately offensive. As laughable as believe that I might actually endorse these people, to anyone unsure in my standpoint regarding hate-based groups, no, I don't support these people in any way. The story was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. Some of these comments are great. These people just fucking talking shit on him, talking about him being a Nazi. He doesn't support these ideals, so why sever ties? Shoot first, ask questions later, or never. Have you seen his several racist videos? His denial means nothing. So his denial means nothing. PewDiePie's a racist because he's made racist videos as jokes. Didn't he make a video explaining this? Why does everyone get super touchy over jokes like this, but not jokes about, like, Asians? Maybe because the Jews have faced thousands of years of religious persecution and fallen victim to slavery and... Oh, come on. Jews weren't complaining about this. Don't give me that shit. Jews do not whine about anti-Semitism with fucking videos on YouTube. He also made several racist videos. I've always thought this guy was a little douche. Have a little common sense. Even if they were intended to be jokes, there's a way to present that kind of humor so people know it's a bloody joke. I get to see a couple of them and they committed the cardinal sin for that kind of humor. They weren't funny. I don't disagree with that. PewDiePie's not funny. His explanation video was even worse. At some point he went, maybe it's my twisted sense of humor that shocked people, though I didn't really mean to kill all Jews. A bigot who doesn't understand he's one? What? Let's look at some New York Times comments, because that's my favorite comment section in the world. I love trolling New York Times people. Let's see. Anti-Semitism is the worst kind of racism because it's directed at privileged white people of European descent. Racism shouldn't be directed at our betters. It should go downward to less privileged people. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. How does this jack-off get 20 million views when the dictators covering Search and Destroy at Winterland in 77 only has like 2K views and is the best video of all time? Oh wait, it's because he sucks. Makes sense now. I can't stand any of these YouTube stars. Get real jobs like the rest of us. Oh, and it doesn't matter to me if the question anti-Semitic video is expressing his views. He's attached to it, so he'll have to accept the consequences. I love that people hate YouTube celebrities, people who like get millions of subscribers and make a lot of money because they bring in a lot of money for companies that put ads or sponsors that pay them. Like, you do realize, just because you're working some shit job that you're not getting overpaid for, and somebody figured out a way to make more money just based off their personality or some form of entertainment. Basically, they were an entrepreneur and took the risk of being homeless. I mean, H3H3 just made a video the other day where him and his girlfriend were pretty much broke before they got big on YouTube. That guy struggled, and now he's rich. But are you saying that he doesn't deserve that? He doesn't have a real job? I mean, I have a couple thousand subscribers, but I could tell you, I worked my ass off to get that, and this is a hobby for me. This is not a job. It was a lot of work. You have to spend hours editing videos, doing research, figuring out the community, what works, what doesn't work. YouTube's a lot of work. And to do it as a job all the time and to get that kind of following and make that kind of money, I don't think I mean, I don't like PewDiePie's content, but I'm not going to knock the guy. I'm not jealous, but, I mean, fuck, the dude has 52 million subscribers. Come on, guys. Let's see. Trump, who is anti-every human right on earth, has been elected, and no one bats an eye. Make one mistake, stupid internet guy makes a bad joke, and everybody loses their minds. Something is seriously wrong with our priorities. Yeah, I agree with you on that. PewDiePie is not anti-Semitic, but I understand where Disney is coming from because their target audience are young kids. Well, yeah, I mean, I love this. Good for Disney. If the government doesn't care about the hate images and speech, at least some corporations still support decency. Yes, the wonderful corporation Disney. They care about everything in the world so well. Oh, my God. Never heard of him till he was in trouble. Then I wondered what the hell people are onto. Make this thing rich. Hope those jokes were worth it. Action comes to consequences. Doesn't matter who you are. Yeah, I'm sure PewDiePie's really devastated with his millions of dollars he makes making YouTube videos. Someone should have schooled him on the big nose of the industry. Yeah, you really can't make fun of Jews. That is true. Hollywood is pretty tight about that. Here's a Reddit thread where somebody was asking why is PewDiePie a Nazi now. Here's some replies. Probably it's because of a video where he paid two guys online to hold a sign saying death to all Jews because they thinking they wouldn't do it. The website runs a business where paid actors say specific things on video. The end result is two guys laughing, shouting, subscribe to Keemstar, and holding a sign saying death to all Jews. Not sure why everyone's so pissed about. That was hilarious. 1010 classic Poods. People that don't follow him or even know who he is will lack that sort of context. I haven't watched him since his Pokemon Go drone thing or whatever. When did he get into Nazi jokes? I have no idea. I don't watch his videos. Subscribe to Keemstar. Huh? Is he still relevant? Or is it just PewDiePie who can't let it go? All I know is the Daily Stormer has a gigantic boner for him. Every once in a while he'll make jokes that should allude to the alt-right topics. In one video he played the entirety of a popular pro-Trump video comparing himself to Hitler, referring to Nazi ideas, and asking some Indian guys to hold up an anti-Semitic sign. Now, he frames this all as a joke, and right now I see no reason to read any more into it. However, there is no doubt that people within the alt-right are now turned on to him because of his shift in comedic style. His videos are now often posted in alt-right forums, and would seem that they have almost immediately taken faith in the conspiracy that PewDiePie is subvertly red-pilling his audience. They all applaud him for this. Yet, in my opinion, all we are seeing is PewDiePie being inspired by YouTubers such as Filthy Frank. He even admits this. Neither are likely alt-right Nazis. They just like offensive humor. I love both of them and as far away from being alt-right as one could be. Here's what this guy on Reddit, he says some stupid shit. I enjoy some seriously dark humor, but when actual Nazis think one content is great, maybe it's time to rethink one's direction. No, if Nazis start liking your content, that means you're doing good. I have a lot of Nazis that watch my content. But, yeah, the whole argument is that basically if Nazis are watching your content, you shouldn't do that kind of content because your content's bad. His Dave Chappelle thing's really dumb, too, but let's go through this. Perhaps, but that is basically saying we shouldn't enjoy something if people we disagree with enjoy it, too. Why should independent creators alter their message just because a minority of people see it as hate speech? Hitler loved Wagner, the composer being declared anti-Semite, too, but people still listen to his music. Here's the counter from this other guy. I disagree. Dave Chappelle stopped making television because he realized his racial jokes were being taken literally instead of ironically. The purpose of parody is destroyed if you become indistinguishable from the which you mock. That's actually something I don't agree with. I thought that was a terrible decision on Dave Chappelle's part, and I don't think his logic holds up. I always liked the joke that Bill Burr was the white guy laughing. Dave Chappelle claims some white guy laughed too hard during a sketch they were rehearsing on the show, and that's why he quit doing the show and went to Africa. I love Dave Chappelle. Love him. One of the best comedians of all time. But his co-writer was on a few interviews on Joe Rogan, and he said Dave just went crazy. Like, he just left the show, went to Africa, wouldn't return his calls. He just abandoned them. And they had like a hit show on Comedy Central. Comedy Central let them do whatever they want. I think Dave Chappelle had a breakdown. I really do. I still love his stand-up. He was great on SNL, but I don't believe in that. I don't think that he was such an artist with high integrity that he saw racism as being... Who the fuck was taking Chappelle's show literally? I want to meet all these millions of people that were taking Chappelle's show sketches literally. Were people taking the Prince sketch literally? That makes no sense to me. That's why I always thought it was ridiculous he ended the Chappelle show, because I never got what the fuck Dave Chappelle was talking about. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? This is clearly satire and parody. You're revolutionizing comedy. You're changing it. You're doing the best sketch comedy of all time. What is wrong with you? Like, are Kay and Peele going to end their show? They're going to stop working as comedians now because of racism, because people take their jokes literally? That's stupid. True, but I would suggest that lies with the creator in that case, not the consumer. And then they go on that, like, well, then PewDiePie should change his thing because he brings in Nazis. But I'm like, that's so stupid. Dave Chappelle was bringing in a racist audience, apparently, so that's why he ended the show. I've never met anyone in my life who watched the Chappelle show that took that shit literally. I'm also wondering this. I saw a YouTuber, Haiku, with him glorifying Nazism, and I assumed it was edited, but now I'm not sure. Jesus. You know, it's funny. It's funny that people have no problem just assuming a lot of these people that he could be a Nazi because they want to believe that there's this white supremacist Nazi movement today. So, of course Disney's going to cancel this because they don't even want to be associated with this because, yeah, probably some SJW bullshit media outlet is going to call PewDiePie a fucking Nazi. And, I mean, if they're going to call Milo Yiannopoulos a homophobe and a Nazi and all that, if they're going to call Gavin McInnes a Nazi, I mean, fuck it. Everyone's a Nazi. I mean, a Nazi party is going to become some cool thing soon because they're going to throw in all the cool people into the Nazi party down the road. It's like, well, shit, if J.K. Rowling and Ellen DeGeneres aren't in there, I'd probably rather hang out with Milo, you know. I don't know what else to add to this. I tried to give you guys a bunch of different points of views. I mean, really, there's nothing to be mad at Disney about. They have every right to do this. And but it is weird that Google and all of them ended all his shit. I mean, it really seems like he got, like, kicked in the balls for this. I do think it's a little over the top, considering, like, most of the big YouTubers say nigger faggot and make offensive jokes. I mean, iDubbbz and stuff. It's like, that's just part of the humor, and millions of people like it. Are you trying to censor those people from spending the money on these people's products? I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, they don't want offensive humor anywhere at all anymore. And is it partially because someone like Dave Chappelle quit pushing the envelope? Did Louis C.K. have to take the mantle? Like, his show's really fucked up and his stand-up's really fucked up. He went on SNL and made a joke about child molestation. Must be really good, because if you don't stop doing it, you know, I mean, he's great, you know? I mean, we need that kind of humor. We don't need all this pussyfied humor. Not that I think PewDiePie was clever, but at least he was pushing the envelope a little bit. And for someone with that many subscribers, he could play it safe and not have to worry. And the fact he doesn't play it safe makes me admire him a little bit more, even though I'm not a fan of his work. But this is the Patriarchy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do you think that they were right to get rid of PewDiePie? Would you have done it? And you know, for Felix out there, man, you'll be okay. I think you're fine. So for Felix Jelly Belly, you know, just keep uploading videos and going PewDiePie, and you'll keep getting like 13-year-olds who watch you play Minecraft and shit all day. It's awesome. YouTube at its best.